In the red corner today, we have a very, very special guest.
Very, very special guest.
PFL, top prospects, undefeated, making it look smooth.
Real like leather shoes. Like leather shoes. You slide through like James Brown. Yeah.
We got smooth Simeon Powell.
Yeah, our boy. You know.
Big performance.
The first question that we always ask is, go on, Lankz, ask it.
How did you get into MMA, bro? We need to know what was your story into it.
So with me, you know, when you get that age, like 16, it's that age where everyone starts kicking ball, everyone starts going left, everyone starts going right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I just needed something positive to do, really, and I was always fighting with my cousins.
Sounds about right.
Literally, like, so my auntie's back garden is a square, yeah, and that was the ring. And literally, we used to just slug it out there.
What made you not get into slugging it out there in that mind? Like,
bro,
thinking it is a ring and like, what made you not?
We love karate movie. We would watch a karate movie or something,
See, there we
and
go.
then we just tried to test it out with Floyd Mayweather. We just watched Floyd do the shoulder roll. Yeah, but really, yeah, man, I just joined the gym and I had a coach that really believed in me from the start, and that was it, man.
And that was at 16.
16, 17, around that age. Yeah,
Man. Started young then.
yeah, man.
Started young.
So what made you get into then? That's a good question. And if you say it like that, what made you get into MMA and not boxing? If you don't mind
Right.
asking.
You know what? I think it's a bit of an ego thing as well. It's like if I can box, but I come across an MMA fight, I know
It gets long.
There was.
I genuinely wanted to.
But
be
you're
the baddest fighter,
a realist then, because
Yeah.
most of the men that box generally think that if they come up against anyone, their hands are gonna save them.
Nah,
That's facts.
Come
it
on,
can.
man.
There's a
Certain
possibility.
man's hands.
Yeah, certain man.
Deontay, Mike.
Yeah.
Like, if you got that
Knockout
power,
artist,
you
yeah.
cross over, innit?
But nah, don't translate too tough.
We're seeing James Tony. You understand?
Yeah.
James Tony, early days.
Yeah.
Back up.
It's true.
That's a good point. So also like on an MMA point of view, like how did you was you always like, did you ever like struggle to get into any other aspects? Because I guess you was going in the backyard and striking. You weren't really grappling
right,
at first, innit?
right, yeah.
So how was your other aspects of MMA? Because you obviously, you know, it's a complete sport.
Yeah,
you got so much to learn.
Yeah,
you would know better than anyone.
100.
How did you end up like kind of get from the striking into the wrestling and into the, because I'm gonna be honest, I've always said English guys can't wrestle just because we don't come from a background of wrestling. I'm just keeping it real. I think we struggle when we go over to the real wrestlers because I've seen it a lot. But how do you? Because I'm starting to see it now where we're not struggling as much because of the transform. How does that work for you?
So obviously, like, naturally, I was just a great striker. Like, naturally, like, from my first session, I was boxing up people that were doing it for years. You know what I mean? But like, I kind of you just grow just with time, really. But I used to get fucked up, bro. I used to get bro. I used to like them first couple months, years of doing it. Like guys would just take me down and just beat me up, bro. I had to adapt. You know what I mean? So then I got good and that's it. It just elevated from there, really.
Go on, talk to me. If you're going a fighter that inspires you or a fighter that made you want to do it to the level that you're obviously going to, who was it? Who would it be?
There's three for different reasons there. Like, so John Jones, obviously.
Everyone's first.
Yeah. I think around the time.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. He's a waste man. Don't look at me. Yeah? Peace.
Is he a John Jones hater?
Yeah.
Like 25 or 4 or something.
Records average, bro.
Hater, bro.
But yeah, no, John Jones for sure. Like, I think I started around the time when UFC 1 was like that just came out.
Okay.
It was Jones and Gustafsson on the cover, and like for real, like that was a big part. Who else?
I'm seeing people comparing you to John Jones.
I know, I get it a lot, but I think it's just because I'm tall and black. And like, I'm tall, black, and a light heavyweight. That's what I'm gonna get. But literally, John Jones, AJ, I was a steward at the AJ fight, the AJ Klitschko.
You was a steward or was you a bouncer, bro?
Nah, I was a steward, bro. I wasn't elite like that, bro. Go sit over there. You know what I mean? But yeah, the AJ fight, because I saw the atmosphere, Wembley, bro. 90,000 and how they put on that show, I was like, right, man, I gotta do this thing. You know what I mean?
So last night really was that moment for you.
Yeah.
From the crowd to now you're working the event. Like.
Literally, it's crazy. Yeah, bro, it was like, whoa, I'm here, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a real moment.
Yeah, sure.
Sick.
So I was gonna say, obviously, career's going well right now.
Yeah.
Undefeated, PFL. You've been going on your promo run kind of since you had your victory. I see you, chopping up the Zone MMA show.
Yeah.
The Zone boxing last night on the Joshua card. Obviously chopping it up with No Behavior now, chopping it up with
Thanks to you, man.
with the Kombat Kingz as well.
Yeah.
But like, how do you deal with like the limelight that's coming to you and like because obviously it's pressure at the same time, but some people like take that on with ease. Some people shy away from it. Like, how do you kind of?
Oh, that is tough. Like I'll give you an example. Like the fight week I had, like for this fight was the most different because I had so much media obligations. Like, it weren't just, I'm just preparing for a fight and can stretch in my room and I have to be here, there and everywhere, talk to this camera, talk to that camera and remember what to say almost because, you can't really
can
say
write yourself off.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I feel like I dealt with it well. I just kind of took, it's like a part of the job, you know what I mean? I didn't look at it as separate. You know what I mean? I kind of blended the two and, you know what I mean? That's the job that I'm in, so, yeah.
And
some people ain't built for it.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. From what I've seen, you're doing well with it. Still,
I appreciate it.
Quick one though, because I was disappointed. Still, not in you. Don't worry, not you. I was disappointed in my guy because he's my guy, Ariel. Still, because he had Dakota on. And I rate Dakota. I rate Dakota. Yeah,
You have to rate her.
I rate her. But like, you didn't have the main man. And like,
The main Ariel, you listening?
And it's not like man.
She's
didn't
bringing in
win,
numbers.
Win spectacularly. They
She's-
both got the sub. Like,
She's bringing in numbers because she's buff. Like, let's be honest. Let's not.
No, he did shout you out though. He did shout you out. But I was like, nah, man, you can't have home main and not have main. And like, you won like submission and she won submission. Should have chopped it out with both of you. But
Few people said that to me. But, do you know what I mean? I don't look at it anyway. My time will come.
Yeah,
I don't
100.
mind it.
100.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't
you've
mind
made
that.
it when you've been on Ariel though. innit?
I know, bro. I've been watching that show for time. Yeah, everyone was hating, man.
No, I'm not
He's hating on me, man.
I ain't even gonna lie. I think your hair, bro. Are you saying you're the I think your hair, from the way I see and what I can see, you're becoming this complete fighter that I love. I never got to see a side of grappling from you from this fight, before this fight, should I say. Like, I just saw more of a striking, more based fight. And your striking is excelente, lovely, yes, beautiful, It's been very lovely. But the grappling, and like I said, from what I saw and the way you put away your opponent, what was his name again? Amin Mohammed, yeah. And I see he was undefeated as well. So to put away another undefeated fight, how did you feel about that? Like, is that a psychological thing, knowing that your opponent's undefeated as well and you're undefeated?
Nah, do you know what it is? Yeah, I look at the resume and I look at what undefeated are you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
There's levels to
you
it.
do you know what I mean? You know what I
Punching
mean?
up journeyman,
Right. So like, I looked into his shit and I was like, man, like, you ain't been in there with anyone like me or close to me, and nah. So I kind of was just confident. I was walking there and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my thing, man. Literally.
Go on, I'm gonna switch it a little and go. Next, if you're saying the next 3 to 5 years, where do you see yourself? Like, what have you accomplished? What have you done? What are you? Have you thought like that, or do you think like that?
Of course. Yeah. It's controversial, but
it's a controversial show. So.
For the streets. Come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. Like, I love PFL. I love how the format. I love how it is. I love the paywall. But alright, cool. This year, European champ. Next year, PFL world champ. And then I think I might be locked in for another year. But obviously the dream that everyone's is the UFC. I mean, and that's there's a conversation. We had this conversation, money or legacy. But I feel like both are important to me. You get it? Both are very important.
I respect you for saying that.
But if you have to choose one, what are you choosing?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry about that now. We'll get to that. Don't worry. We got something for you. We'll get to that. We'll stop you there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man.
We'll be on that pressure.
Yeah, I would say no, but 3-5, I'm definitely going for that UFC belt. I'm
in your weight class as well.
I'm 24. 5 years, I'm 29. That's my prime.
Prime.
If I stay healthy,
God willing.
Do you know what I mean?
Let
I'm
me-
on track to.
That's a nice division as well. Let's be real. Like,
Very
UFC
open
right
right now.
now.
Do you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, Sim. Yeah, I think this is an important question. I think you can help a lot of people out that probably have the same dream as you, because a lot of eyes are getting based on MMA now, and it's not a great paying sport straight at the beginning. Especially you probably would know and be able to for the beatings that you take, mate, and and the struggles that you put your body through. It's not an easy paying sport, but how do you get? How did your mum support you? Because I love the way they showed your mum supporting you and the energy. I love that, bro. That stuff makes me run around my bedroom by myself. I don't need no one to be there. I love that. I just love seeing that. How did your mum support you? Because if you don't mind telling the people, it's up to you if you want to. But what did you do before you got into like fighting, and how do you mix it up with doing both? For anyone that's trying to do that outside, the young youth, anyone, how do you do both and trying to get your mum to support you doing MMA, especially her? It's a brutal sport, right?
Oh, right?
So she knows about that, right?
So it's an interesting one, yeah. So I'll start with she worked. In fact, now I'll go back even further. So it was a parents' evening, right? Yeah, I weren't doing too great like at the time, and like I think all my subject teachers were there. And then my mum was literally there as well, and I was like, and they asked me, "What do you want to do in life?" I said, "I want to be an MMA fighter." Like cold face, straight, no laughing. Like, no laughing, bro. They all laughed, bro. They all laughed. My mum's kicking me under the table, like,
be serious,
be serious, man. What are you doing? But yeah, the start was like, I gotta kind of make her believe in the dream as well. You know what I mean? Just me being consistent, kind of like she saw what I had to do. You know what I mean? In fact, there was a time where I was working, studying, and preparing for fights. Like, bro, it was crazy. And she saw that, and she was like, "Yeah, now I'm locked into this." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think that answered the question.
Oh yeah, 100%. Family trying to and being around with mum and that, you know, just for anyone that trying to ask their mum, because you know when you're doing especially a brutal sport, your mum's like no, or trying to, and I think my key word I always like to say to everyone, I'm always say to everyone is consistency is key. Right. It's very simple. Like you don't confuse anything. But consistency is very key.
That's what I would say. Like if you got a parent that's like MMA, you know what I mean? If you keep showing them the benefits of what it brings, even mentally, the discipline, the routine, you know what I mean? How can they take that away, or how can they not support that? Do you know what I mean?
No facts. That moment as well, when you're dancing with your mum in the cage, bro, like straight as I'm watching it, I'm like, nah, he's a star still. Like, no, legit. No, you know why? Because you've main evented. And it's a buzzer beater, you understand? Like, I'm going back to it. And I love that, you understand? I know what you're saying. I'm saying. And then on the back of that, it's like the moment you've dealt with the pressure of the fight, and post fight, you got to bring something to the table, and that's something I ain't seen that in the cage. You get me? So that I was like, okay, round of applause to you, man. That was good stuff.
It's organic. That's just how me and Mumsy is. It's like from young.
Has to be organic, man.
Literally.
I got two questions. What would you say your toughest fight was and why to this point?
Ooh, let me. The one where I flew back on to America on 5 days notice.
That was the knee knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
That was I would say the the mental state I had to get. Well, but bro, I was so motivated. But like, when you think about, I was 20 pounds overweight at the time. I got the call. In fact, no, I came back from America, right?
Yeah.
Stepped in my yard.
Yeah.
Literally stepped in my yard. Got a call from my manager at the time, and he was like, "They want you back out. They booked you a flight." Wow. So the next day, I was on a flight back to Texas. Bro, the moment I got the call, I put my sweatsuit on, ran 5 miles. I lost like 5 pounds on that run. Then I cut out all salt, all the whole process of the weight cut. Did a flight back to America. Didn't have no coach until the Wednesday, I think. I fought on the Friday, so I didn't have no coach, so there was no pad work, nothing. Man was just in Arlington, Texas, alone. Arlington, Texas, bro.
Alone. Gangouli. If you don't know, hey, listen, that's mad to do that, you know. That's crazy.
But it's just me following the dream, and bro, at the time I wasn't even thinking about this is mad. I'm just I'm just doing my dream. Do you know what I mean? I'm just doing what I love. But when I think about it, bro, there was no game plan for this fight. There was no there was nothing, bro. I just saw the guy. I was like, yes, let me do it. And let me do
you
it.
know what? It's so crazy. Guys are crying over jet lag. You ain't got no chance. You got no chance, man. I'm like for a day over jet lag, and that's all. And that's back and forth.
Yeah, bro. I took 4
commitment.
Like three flights in 3-4 flights in about 2 days. You know what I mean?
And long distance.
No. So it was 2 flights on the way there. So it was 2 flights. Kind of wait. Do you know what I mean?
Before you ask your next question, let me just ask this because it cuts in with what you just said. How do you find cutting weight? How? Because you are big.
Easy work.
How do you find that?
Easy work. Bro.
Why is it easy work when people are struggling?
Because it's just like, I don't think people stick to diet. This is the first camp I had a nutritionist, right?
Oh, yeah.
First camp, I never done it before, but even that was easy. But this time it was easy, like science, bro. You just got to stick to the plan. You just got like you can't.
Biology.
Biology.
Physics. 3D. You know, I say that all the time, bro. Life is simple, you know.
Yeah.
Biology,
People make
physics,
life hard, bro.
and chemistry. That's it. That's life. It's not no more, bro. Like, it's not maths. Maths is part of physics. People need to understand that. It's just physics, chemistry, biology, and you'll get it. Correct? All right.
See me, I'm a controversial guy, so I'm going back to my controversial shit. Because me, I watch footballers. Man's a football coach, innit? I watch footballers and I go, I'm better than you, innit? And you're playing at a very high level. Do you ever look at fighters that are fighting at the top of like the big organizations and go, I'd slew you. If I was in there with you,
Bro, I was like, from when I started this sport, bro. That's how my head goes.
That's a real one.
That's how my head goes.
That's a real one.
When I started this sport, I was like, yo, I could get you, bro. I know I could get you. But like, if now, like, obviously, like, being experienced, like, obviously, I respect their skill set.
yeah, of course.
I'm like, bro, just
Give me that fight, innit? And
oh, yeah, I'll definitely do something to you.
Okay. Yes, no, my next question was going to be basically, obviously right now, undefeated as a pro, touch wood, it stays like that.
Yep.
Amateur, you had a good amateur run, but you lost your first, right?
Yeah.
How did that turn you into a savage? Because clearly,
Some turned into a demon. Man just turned dark. Man turned like Darth Vader. Man was on the light side like Anakin and then just turned dark like,
Bro, I was overconfident for that fight.
Okay.
It was a bit naive.
Okay.
So I had kickboxing fights before that, smoking guys, and like, when you're in the kickboxing scene, it's not, there's no cameras. It's just a very more chill, relaxed environment. This was an first MMA fight, and then cameras are walking in my face. I'm like, what's going on, bro? And I'm looking around. I just weren't locked in at all. But I was beating the guy. Then I just got clipped. Early stoppage, bro. It burns me to this day. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a crucial point in my career where I was like, nah,
that's not happening again.
Never again, bro. My family came from Northwest all the way to Kent or wherever it was to see me lose. Nah, never again. You know what I mean?
How can that's another good question towards that is, that never made you quit losing your first amateur fight and pack it in. What gave you that drive to continue?
It's not in me, man.
I love that.
I can't leave it. What? When people YouTube my name,
1 fight.
1 fight.
0-1.
That can't work. That can't run.
Really anything to say him?
No, I
Yeah.
think we covered most things, man.
Wraps it up. All right. Before we move on, then, how'd you get the name Smooth?
Like leather shoes. See it, leather.
That's a line.
That's killing you right there, man.
That's a caption. That's an Instagram caption. See. How did I get the name? Oh yeah, I think after my 4th, 5th amateur fight, I think my coach Chris, he was just like, we finished the fight and he was like, damn, you're just too smooth with it, and we just kind of kept it. They just kept it from there, man.
He gave you lyrics.
Yeah.
You rap lyrics. You're just coming. You're too smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yeah, I got that. I feel that still.
So before we leave,
Let's do it.
Sim, we're giving you quick fire questions.
Woo! You ready?
Yeah.
I be prepared, you know.
Give it to me.
It's all different types, angles. You know what I'm saying, bro?
No, it's nothing too much.
Yeah. No, you hear me? Yeah, but all them, man. All them. All
Let's
five.
get it.
Do it. Go on, Rim.
No,
Lankz.
you man did it because it's better on the camera.
Cool.
Alright, first one, striking or grappling?
Striking.
KO or submission?
KO.
Knees or elbows?
Knees.
Kicks or punches?
Kicks.
Money or legacy?
Money.
Habib or Conor?
Conor.
Usman or GSP?
Usman.
Fury or Usyk?
Fury.
Red or blue corner?
Red.
Offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense wins championships. Alright. Run or swim?
Run.
Maths or English?
Maths.
Hero or villain?
Hero.
Alright, on that note, Marvel or DC?
Marvel. All day.
Ketchup or mayonnaise?
Ketchup.
I told you that.
Who uses the mayonnaise like
Who
that?
do you think put that in there? Who do you think put that question in there?
Which one of us put that question in there quickly? Which one of us?
Yes.
You can me.
Yeah. It's not.
No,
I'm gonna be real. I put it in there, but wait. Do you know who I got that question from? I got that question from Boo Louis, fam.
Oh,
Boo Louis, fam.
Louis.
Louis Levite, fam.
Ready?
It's cooked. Yeah.
Rice and peas or jollof?
Yeah, recipe.
Come on, man.
Come on, we have to.
Where you from, brother?
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Then we already know the answer to the next question. Plantain or plantain?
Plantain.
I'm joking.
I was about to throw you to some next island, fam.
I heard it as well.
Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago. He's about to go Trinidad and Tobago, fam. Yeah. And Haribo. This is the last one.
Yeah.
Haribo rings and bears, or the hearts or eggs. So basically, we're
You know the
talking
Star Mix Haribo, the blue pack.
Go on, break it.
What's the best Haribo
best
in the
Haribo?
pack?
Haribo in the. My Tanfastics, man, but.
No, you got
No,
Star Mix.
out of the blue one though. Out of the blue.
Because the original.
Everybody
we
likes
beef.
tang fasting.
Yeah. We got beef over the original.
The hearts.
White belly there.
Well, you the eggs.
This man likes. This man likes rings. Rings.
Hey, Billy Louis, tell the people, blood.
Hey,
Yeah, but
can't
Louis
lie.
likes mayonnaise, blood. You know what I'm saying, fam?
I can't lie. I just thought of this now, but we're gonna run with it. You're gonna be the first fighter to sign the wall, innit? We're gonna get you a little spot on the wall to sign.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little sharpie and sign the wall.
That's dope, bro. Yeah. That's a good one, yeah. You're gonna sign the cave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's legit. People, that's gonna be first. You get me? You ain't gonna be here to see it. You're just gonna see it next week, signed somewhere.
Don't worry, we'll put it on Insta or something.
Legit.
man.
Mr. Powell himself. And on that note, I think we've got a
I
wrap.
gotta say something before, man. You lot are doing your thing, man. I watch it, I tap in, and like it's entertaining, and it's something fresh that I feel like the MMA world needs. So keep doing your thing, man.
Don't worry, man.
Literally, keep doing
Appreciate you so much, Sim, for coming down.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are
Big
such
up, man.
a big scene in the actual MMA world and coming up. For people like Dan Hardy to be talking about you and Ariel Hawani, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that shout. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Hey, people push that as well, man. Get onto Ariel, blood. You understand? Send him the clip and let him know. You understand? That's the smooth Ariel link up. We need to see that one.
Yeah.
But back on that note, we appreciate you coming down in the cave, bro. We appreciate your time and your effort, bro. And listen, we're here to support everything Mr. Smooth Leather Shoes done. Everything you do, you get me? We are here to support. So if you fly to Paris, we'll take a trip to Paris, bro. We're here to support you like that. Kombat Kingz
We're on that one. We're on that
and
one.
Simeon Powell, you get me? That's a collision. You get me? That you're not gonna see for years. So, Mr. Powell, appreciate you for coming down, bro. You get me? It's love. You know that.
every time.
You were that guy in school. I clocked it. You know when you go to spot something, you almost wanted to bang everyone.
Break their knuckles.
Like little man,
I see it. But no, love for coming on, bro.
man.
And guys, you know we appreciate you always. The Kombat King Killers. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. You know we are here next week. We're here Saturday. Probably back at BAU Studios to do another live stream, depending on who's coming. Or we might be in the cave.
Yeah.
But we are here live streaming. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. Guys, let us know what your thoughts are on that fight. And we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Appreciate you all.